Hi, thank you for tuning in today. If you want to roll out your yoga mat, we're going to get started with a little movement with our practice today. So you can find yourself in an all fours position right here on the middle of your mat. Give yourself a few moments to place your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees, underneath your hips, and then to spread those fingers nice and wide so you have space between them all. Middle's in nice and tight here. We're going to go ahead and drop our bellies down. So drop down, hold that position, lift your chin, feel this in your spine. Keeping this dip in your belly, we're going to send our hips back like towards a child's pose. Once you get back there, we're going to inhale, round up with the spine, shifting the weight forward, getting to the top, feeling the stretch in your wrist. And then go ahead and drop your belly down again, lifting the chin, sending the hips back. When you get back there, we're rounding up again with an inhale, taking it forward and dropping it down. So we're going to find our breath and our flow as we move through this. You can take your time. Might feel a little choppy when you first get started, but that's okay. Slowing it down just as much as you would like, really moving and feeling this through your spine. We'll take a couple more rounds here. And last time. Coming back through center, we'll end right here in a tabletop position. Again, making these little adjustments that you need. We're going to start with our right foot and extend it back behind us. So on the ball of your foot, you'll press back through your heel. Feel that stretch there. Coming back to your breath, we're going to inhale and press this forward. You can go enough to where you flip that foot over even, stretching through the front part of the ankle, still through the wrist up here, and then move through that. So flip the foot, press through your heel, inhale to move it forward, flipping the foot all the way over if you would like. Exhale to press it back. Finding our breath through movement is a nice way, a different way to start a class here. Let's take one more time. Pressing to the front, taking it back, centering it out in the middle here. Keep that right foot back there, but let's go ahead and lift it up. So engaging those core muscles right in the middle of your body, and then gently walking these left fingertips forward. You're gonna have to stay strong through the right hand, lifting up. A little balance work. Inhale, find some reach through the fingers, through the toes. Exhale to pull this into the center, the knee to the nose, the elbow to the belly, and inhale to reach out. Exhale to bring it back in. Dropping it right back down in the center. You may want to pick up your right hand here, circle it out. You can do that at any point in any of your practices. We'll take that same little sequence on the left. Stepping back with the left foot. You'll press through the ball of your foot. Pressing back with that left foot. Press into the ball of your foot. Press into the heel. And then inhale to shift it forward. You can flip that foot all the way over and move in between the two. Pressing back, feel the stretch in your calf. Coming forward to feel it through your ankle, the front part of the foot, and then through the wrist in the front. So moving slow and mindfully here. Centering it out here. Go ahead and lift that foot up off your mat. Connect to those core muscles. The right fingertips are walking forward this time, lifting up when you're ready. Inhale to find the reach, so you're strong through that left hand. Exhale to pull through. Everything comes to the center. You round your back, bring your chin towards your chest. Inhale to reach. Exhale to pull through. Dropping it back down, picking up that left hand and circle out the wrist. You got it. From here, we're going to keep our hips up nice and high, but go ahead and walk both of those hands forward. We are coming down into a puppy pose. Rest in the center of your forehead down on your yoga mat. Now, if you want a little bit more here in this pose, you can actually lift up. See if you bring your chin towards your yoga mat. Maybe a little intense here, so feel free to just drop this back down. Absolutely can rest the center of your forehead down, even soften through the elbows if you would like. Closing your eyes, let's take a couple rounds of breath. Blow out, maybe with some nice little sighs. You can imagine just kind of letting go whatever is in the way of your practice here today. Taking your time to slow down your breath. Also to exhale completely. Sometimes we get to the bottom of that breath and there is a little bit more that we can blow out. So you can take that here. Very nice. We'll take those hands, begin to slide them in next to the side of your face here. Press it into the palms. We're going to inhale to lift ourselves back up into that all fours position. Tuck in the toes here. Next inhale lifts those knees up. Presses the hips high into a down dog. The heels come down. Dropping the head low. Shake it out if you need to. Let go of some tension there. Again, moving with our breath. Let's inhale, pick those heels up, press it into the balls of your feet. You shift the weight forward, and then exhale to press those heels back down. Keep that going. And inhale is going to lift us up. Maybe you come a little bit further, and exhale presses them right back down. Let's take one more time. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Stay with your breath. Inhale, lift up, maybe not quite all the way, but enough onto the balls of the feet where you can start walking that forward. A little closer to the top of your yoga mat. Again, following that head all the way down. Shake it out if you need to. Inhale, let's lift ourselves up halfway. Fingertips on the yoga mat or palms on the shin. Nice long spine here. Exhale, back down, soft knees, breathe in. Let's lift ourselves up all the way. Wiggling those fingers, rolling the shoulders back at the top. Palms are forward, you blow out as they lower down. Nice. Inhale, both of those arms up overhead. We are grabbing a hold of that right wrist, leaning over, side body stretch. Inhale back to the center. Let's reverse that. Grabbing the left wrist, lean into the right. Inhale back to the center. Let's let these arms float down on an exhale. We are tipping over, forward fold, and then stepping back with our right foot. Nice big step back behind you. And wiggle that foot into position. Lower in the back knee, untucking the toe, and then make any little adjustments here with that front foot that you may need. So you can scooch it, you can pick it up and move it, whatever you need, but you're looking for some separation between your feet. You just don't want to be too close here because we're looking for room for our hips to move front and back into this half split. So keep that going. You'll press forward into this low lunge, moving back into this half split. Just kind of seeing how things are feeling with your lower body here, your hips, your glutes, your hamstrings. You can stay just like this if it's feeling good. If you want a little bit more, go ahead and lift up. When you come to the top, you can even lean back, taking it back down, right into that half split. Keep that moving. So the inhale will reach these arms up, leaning back at the top if that's available. Exhale to take it down into your half split. Maybe you push a little further. And again, let's go a couple more rounds. Nice. We're going to come up to the top, straight up with these fingertips. Steady yourself here. Inhale, reaching up high. This time as you exhale, we're going to open with the torso here, slow and steady. Dropping that back arm down. We reach up, lean back. And then we're going to let both arms windmill around to the front. Now, if you're stable and your breath is there, we're going to lift right back up. Same thing. The inhale lifts us up. The exhale opens us up. The inhale reaches down, lifts up, and the exhale takes you around. Moving through this 2 more times. A little slower, a little quicker. Just kind of moving at the pace of your breath. Leaning back, taking it around. 1 more time, reaching up. Open up. Leaning back and around to the front. When you get here, that left hand is going to stay down. This right arm is reaching up into it. Exhale to lower down. Let's tuck the toes on that back foot, lifting the knee up, and we are stepping that back foot to the front. So this can happen in one giant step if that's available, but you can absolutely baby step this. Just take your time to bring it forward. Dropping that head down, soften the knees, shake it out if you need to. Option to grab those opposite elbows, intensify that stretch a little bit. Bringing it down. Inhale, let's lift ourselves up halfway. Flat back, long spine. Exhale down. And then inhale, let's bring it all the way up. So you can wiggle your fingers here. Arriving at the top, exhale. Shoulders down, palms forward. Let's inhale to reach those arms up overhead. Grabbing the right wrist, we are leaning over for that side body stretch. Pause in here to take a full round of breath. Inhaling back to the center. Let's reverse the other side. Feeling the lift you create there, breathing into your side body. Inhale to bring it up. Exhale to bring it down, forward fold. Soft knees. From here, we are stepping back with our right foot this time. Nice big step behind us. Wiggle it back into position there. Lowering that knee, untucking the toe. You might have to knock some of the grass off of you. Find your hips. We are pressing them forward with an inhale. An exhale is going to send them back into that half split. You can keep this nice and small to start to find your breath. But as you're able to deepen your breath, you might be able to press a little further to the front, a little further to the back. Option to lift up off of our yoga mats here. If you're feeling stable and ready, you come up, you lean back, you take it forward and right into that half split again. Moving through this. Let the inhale rise up, lean back, and the exhale takes you forward. Half split again. Those hips can go back as far as they want. A few more rounds here. This time when you get to the top, let's pause there. Steady ourselves. You think about your connection points. Inhale is going to reach these arms up high to the sky. An exhale is going to open us up. And that back arm drops down towards that hamstring back there. This front arm comes up. You lean back. Both arms are going to windmill around to the front. If your breath is there and you're ready, we're going to keep going. Inhale up. Exhale open. Inhale lift. Exhale lower. You got to keep that moving. Come back to your breath anytime you notice if your mind went somewhere else. Once more. Reaching up. Open up. Lift it high and lower it down. Keeping this right hand down this time, let's go ahead and open up into this twist. Reaching high to the sky. Dropping this arm down. And with that back leg, we're going to tuck the toes, lift the knee up. And again, we're stepping the back foot to the front. So if that can happen in one motion, then you can go for it. But this will work too. Take these little baby steps, little baby hops, right into your forward fold there, dropping the head all the way down. Feels good. Option to pick those hands up, grab the opposite elbows. The hands return down to our yoga mat here. We are going to toe heel out with these feet, maybe open up about the width of your mat, leaving them in a turned out position, bending your knees and lowering yourself down. So move your feet here, get yourself nice and comfortable, using the hands for support, keeping them down there if you need that option. But if you feel stable and you want to pick them up, you can. We'll press those elbows right into the cracks of your knees there. You get a little bit of an opening. Take a breath, trying to press those heels down, but we're not too worried if they are actually touching or not. They are just moving in that direction. Returning those hands down to your yoga mat. Use them for some support, and with a nice big inhale, a lot of strength in the legs, we are lifting ourselves back up, toe heeling those feet right back to the center here, landing in a forward fold. Bending the knees as much as you would like. Inhale, let's lift up halfway. Exhale down. This time, stepping the feet back into a plank pose. Open those feet, walk them out a little bit if they'd like. Find your core, pulling in tight. We're going to take a round of breath. So we breathe through the choppiness of this plank here. See if you can hang with your breath. Notice that tendency to want to kind of speed it up. Nice. Shift your weight forward slightly here. Option to drop the knees if you need to. We're going to bend the elbows, lower ourselves down. Inhale to lift up, baby cobra. Untucking the toes. Exhale down. Inhale, breathe in a little deeper, lifting a little higher into this cobra. Exhale down. Cobra waves here. Taking your time. Inhale to lift up, a little higher, longer with the inhale. Using the whole exhale to come down. One more time. Inhale, lifting up as high as you would like this time. Pausing here, feeling the stretch. Catch your breath. Use your next breath to send those hips up and all the way back. We are coming into a child's pose. If you want to open up those knees here, you absolutely can. You would keep those big toes together in the back, opening the knees as wide as they would like. Zip those hips back and down, and then walk those hands out in front of your body. Resting the forehead down here on your mat. Close your eyes. Let's find our breath. See if we can slow it down a bit here. And use this time to practice a few belly breaths. When you breathe in, you think about pressing your belly away from you. So as you inhale, maybe feel the belly as it presses into the tops of your thighs. Staying with your exhale as you blow out, maybe sending the breath to those areas that feel the tightest, your hips, your glutes, your shoulders. Softening through the elbows and the hands here. Noticing how your breath just begins to find its own little rhythm. And we'll stay here in the comfort of this pose with that slow, easy breathing. Spending a few moments in the present moment. Feeling your hips sink down a little lower the longer you hold this pose. Feel free to stay here as long as you can, as long as feels good. And whenever you are ready, we'll just let those hands make their way in a little closer towards the side of our face, really taking our time here. Feeling the contact of our palms against our yoga mats, and then slowly lifting ourselves back up. We'll rise to a seated position on your bottoms, on your heels, whatever feels most comfortable. It's okay if you're stuck to your yoga mat here too. Return into the middle. We'll sit up nice and tall, pressing your shoulders down. Giving yourselves just a few more moments before we rush off for our day and all the things that we need to take care of. If you'd like, we'll bring those palms together right here at heart center. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with us today, and I will see you next time. Bye.